In last class, I explained that is first form of business organization, that is sole proprietorship. There we have learned meaning and features of sole proprietorship and merits and demerits of sole proprietorship. Today in this class, I am going to explain you that is second form of business organization, that is joint Hindu family business. It can also call it as Hindu undivided family business. From this topic, we can expect only 1 marks and 2 marks. Let us learn more about that joint Hindu family business, and also it is a very interesting topic. Before learning of meaning of joint Hindu family business, we should know that in India there are the different types of family systems. Mainly in India there are the two kinds of family system. One is joint family. Second one, nuclear family. Joint family means with the picture you can get it a clear idea about that what is joint family and what is nuclear family. Joint family means all the family members, they are together living under one roof, is called joint family. Nuclear family means there are that only the 4 peoples, that is father and mother and their children. It is called nuclear family. Now let us learn that more about that joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business is a specific form of business organization found only in India. It is one of the oldest form of business organization in the country. The joint Hindu family business, it is the second form of business organization. How that the sole proprietorship, it is the oldest form of business organization, like that the joint Hindu family business also, it is the oldest form of business organization, and especially this kind of business we can found only in India. Found is nothing but we can see in only in India. You cannot see that joint Hindu family business in any other countries. Only we can find in India. And also it is governed by the Hindu law, and it is governed by the Hindu Succession Act 1956. That means they have that 10 or 20 members. It is joint family. They are decided to start the joint Hindu family business. At the time of starting the business of joint family, they have to follow the rules and regulation of Hindu law. They have the separate law of Hindu law, and also here they have to follow that some rules and regulation. These rules and regulation prescribed in Hindu Succession Act 1956. This is the act. It gives that more information if you are ready to start Hindu family business. What are the rules and regulation, or what are the steps, or what are the procedure you have to follow to start up Hindu undivided family business or joint family business. Let us learn the meaning of joint Hindu family business. And also one more thing here, this kind of or this form of business organization, they can only start by Hindu religion. Other religion it is not able to start because of they are following the Hindu law. Understood? Even if that they have that separate act, separate rules and regulation should followed by only Hindu family business. And also coming to the meaning, this you can expect for 2 marks questions. It refers to that a form of business organization wherein the business is owned and carried on by the family members of the Hindu undivided family business. That means joint Hindu family business, it is one of the form of business organization. This business is owned and carried by on the members. That means owned is nothing but the family members only, they are going to investing the capital, they are going to taking a decision, they are going to enjoying all the profit and losses. That is called owned. Carried means the business activities, what are the they are going to offering the products to the customers. That activities, business activities taken or carried by that only the family members of HUF. And also here the joint Hindu family business, in their business they are not going to appointing any employees from the outside. Those who are working in their business, all that they are all family members of HUF. This is called meaning of joint Hindu family business. And next, they have the question, who is the head of the family, or who is the head of the HUF family, Hindu undivided family, and who are co-partners. This is also you can expect 1 marks or 2 marks. The head of the family, that means all the decisions taken by either head of the family. Who is that head of the family, or what we call it as head of the family of HUF here? The business is controlled by head of the family, whose eldest member, and he is called Karta. That means Karta is the head of the family of a Hindu undivided family business and is the eldest person in the family. The eldest person we can call it as a Karta. Understood? Here we can expect for 1 marks, who is Karta? 1 marks question. Karta means is the head of the Hindu undivided family business, or else eldest person in the Hindu undivided family business. And next, who are co-partners? Other than the Karta, all are call it as co-partners, and also this family members having equal ownership right over the property. Understood? It is called co-partners. And this information is giving about you that gender equality in joint Hindu family business. That means before that 2004 or 2005, they don't have a authority of or they don't have a power in a property by the female. Understood? That means after that they have that Hindu Succession Act 2005, that bill was passed. In that they have clearly specified that even how that the male having the rights on property, same like that the female also having the rights on the property. This is all regarding to that the amendment of Hindu Succession Act 2005. Next, let us learn the features of joint Hindu family business. There are the 5 features, mainly that first one, formation, second one, liability, point number 3, control, point number 4, continuity, point number 5, minor members. Let us learn in detail features of joint Hindu family business. First one, formation. Formation means how the joint Hindu family business they are going to start. The joint Hindu family business, at least minimum compulsory they should have that 2 members. That means suppose example, in sole proprietorship, if you want to start, the minimum numbers is 1 person should be compulsory. Like that the joint Hindu family business also, if you want to form or if you want to start joint Hindu family business, at least compulsory they should be have that 2 members and in the family, and also all of them they having that equal rights on the property, and also it does not require any agreement between that family members because of they are the same family members. That is the reason the agreement is not required. And the membership is compulsory. How that membership will come? By birth. In that the family they have to take that birth. Understood? And also they have to follow the rules and regulation prescribed in Hindu Succession Act 1956. It is called formation. Formation means at least 2 members and all the family members having a equal rights, does not require any agreement. All the family members they are going to follow the rules and regulation prescribed in Hindu Succession Act 1956. And second feature, liability. The liability of all members except the Karta is limited to their share of co-partnership property of the business. Karta, however, has unlimited liability. That means how that in sole proprietorship form of business organization, sole proprietor having unlimited liability. Like the same year also, in joint Hindu family business, Karta should have that unlimited liability, remaining the co-partners having limited liability. Why that limited liability and unlimited liability? Why? What is the difference? The same family members, because of who's the eldest person and who's taking active participant in a business, and all the decisions here taken up by only the karta. That decision has to be agreed by the co-partners. That is the reason whatever the loss will come should take more by the karta. Understood? And also the family members having limited liability. I already given an example what is limited liability and what is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means suppose I invested 100 rupees, I am able to take more than 100 rupees the risk. Suppose here limited liability means I invested 10 rupees, I am responsible for risk or loss only 10 rupees. It is called liability. That means in joint Hindu family business, the karta having unlimited liability, the co-partners having limited liability. And next one, control. Control is nothing but who will going to take a decision, who will going to participate in actively. The control of the family business lays with the karta. He takes all the decisions and is authorized to manage the business. His decisions are binding on the other members. That means if the joint Hindu family business, they are going to running or carrying the business activities, on that time they have to take many decisions or some decisions. This decisions is taken by or taken up by the karta. That decisions should agreed by that family members or co-partners. And also here the final decision is karta only. The karta, whatever the decisions he will take, that is a final. Even the co-partners, they can give just a suggestion. Understood? It is called control. That means the control of the joint Hindu family business is by karta. Next one, continuity. They have the question of in sole proprietorship, if the person is die or if person is taken a death, who will going to continue the business? That means if the sole proprietor, he having a son, the son is interested to carry his business, he can continue. It can also call it as a sole proprietorship. Suppose sole proprietorship, he has taken a death. If the family members continue the business, it is not called it as a joint in the sole proprietorship. Understood? That means the sole proprietorship taken a death, his son has to taken or his son has to take over the business. It is called sole proprietorship. If family members has taken over, it is does not call it as a sole proprietorship. Coming to that, in joint Hindu family business, the continuity. That means after the death of karta, who is going to taking the part full of power in the joint Hindu family business. That means if karta was dies, next the person who is the eldest person, they will going to taken up by the business. And also the family members should agree. All the family members should be agreed by that decisions. It is called continuity. That means after the death of karta, who is the eldest person in the family, that they are going to take decisions. Next one, minor members. That means minor member, minor and major. Major means above the age of 18. Minor means below the 18 years. That means in this family, below the 18 years person or children's, they are going to participating in a business. That means these minor members, they have taken a birth in joint Hindu family business. They can also participate in the business. And also keep it in mind, the minor member decision is not final and they are not considered. Even in legally, the decisions, whatever the decisions will taken up by the minor member, that will not be considered. This is called minor member in HUF family business. In the next class, I'm going to continue with the merits and demerits of joint Hindu family business. ಒಂದು ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಕತೆ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳ ಕತೆ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಕೇಳೋಣ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು. ಒಂದು ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಸಹ ವಾಸವಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರು ಕಾಡಿನ ರಾಜ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಸಹ ಕಾಡಿನ ರಾಜ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಕಾಡಿನ ರಾಜನನ್ನು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಸಹ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಚಾರವನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ನಂತರ ಫೈನಲ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಡಿನ ರಾಜನಾಗಿ ಸಿಂಹ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಹಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಕಾಡಿನ ರಾಜ ಆದೆ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಖುಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಔತಣಕೂಟ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಸಿಂಹ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳ ಗುಂಪಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಸಿಂಹ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಸಹ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ರೆಡಿಯಾದ ನಂತರ ಕಾಡಿನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಡಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಗುಂಡಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಗುಂಡಿ ಇದೆ, ನಾವು ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ 2 ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವೇನ್ರಿ, ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ 2 ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತು, ನೀವು ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತು, ಆ ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ಎಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗುಂಡಿ ಇತ್ತು, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಪಾತ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಳದೊಳಗಡೆ ಬಿದ್ದೋಯ್ತು. ಆ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ 2 ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಬಿತ್ತು. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಫುಲ್ ಬೀಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಹೊತ್ತಾದಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೂ ಸಹ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಯಾರೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಮೇಲೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಆಗ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಹೊತ್ತು ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗೋಯ್ತು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕಾಯೋದು, ನೀವು ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಸಾಯಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಸಹ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ಆಗ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಬಿಡ್ತು. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಸಾಯೋದೇ ವಾಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತು, ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇಲೆ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಸಹ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅವರು ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರೋ ಈ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತು, ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತುಂಬ ಉರುಪಿನಿಂದ, ತುಂಬ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟಿಂದ, ತುಂಬ ಎಂಥ್ಯೂಸಿಯಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕಿಂದ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಹೊತ್ತಾದಮೇಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂತು. ಆಗ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಹೇಳ್ತು, ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ನನಗೆ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನೀವು ಬಿದ್ದು ಸಾಯಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತು. ಆಗ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಪ್ಪೆಗಳು, ಓ ಹೌದಾ, ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಆ ಜೋಶಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಹೇಳ್ತು. ಆಗ ಮಾರಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡವರ ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಪಾಲನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಮಾರಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಈ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಜನರೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು. ಈ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.